go into the robotic challenge. So you're going to receive some stuff, a little package of blocks and a folder with some paper or something like that. So I think we have to ask you not to pull them apart yet. No cheating. I guess, by the way, I should say, welcome back to our online webcasting crowd. Don't worry, you didn't miss anything. So I'm going to quickly introduce Grant Weddel. Grant, as you see here, is a professor in the Cheriton School of Computer Science here at the University of Waterloo. His interests are ballooning and hot air ballooning and golfing, though not at the same time, as I understand. And I think his grads and undergrads have a joke about Grant with ballooning and hot air and stuff like that. I'm not sure exactly where that goes. So, he's going to describe to you how the robotic challenge, which you're all going to take part in, is going to run. Grant.
So, everybody can hear me? So, I think you're going to enjoy this last activity because I'm going to, because you're the ones that do all the work. I don't have to do much at all except give you some instructions here, but I think you're going to find it a lot of fun all the same. We're going to actually begin by getting everybody to form into teams of size 3. It's okay, teachers can form one of the team, parents, but we need everybody to form into teams of size 3. So as you're forming your teams of size 3, our volunteers are distributing a couple of things. What I'd like you to do is not open anything just yet. Wait before you open anything. Each team of 3 will be getting an envelope. Don't look inside yet. Do not look inside. And a bag containing blocks. Yeah. All right. Let's start. Again, you should now have an envelope and a set of blocks. And what the blocks will be is your world. What the envelope contains is a bunch of stuff which I'll tell you about now. Before I begin, well, let me just say that each group of 3 of you will be a robot. Well, as you know, robots, they're pretty, they exist all over the place. This slide just shows you a few pictures of industrial and robots and rescue robots. And so that's what you're going to be. You're going to be one of these robots. But before I get into the activity itself, let me give you a brief background here. What you're going to be exploring in this activity is the subject of artificial intelligence and robotics. So I think after the activity as well, you might have a fair amount to talk about on your way back to when you leave us. So what artificial intelligence is the science of getting machines to do tasks that we all would normally consider require intelligence. And what robotics is the science of designing robots. And indeed, for robots that are sufficiently involved, like the robot you will be, generally we can view robotics as a sub-area of AI or artificial intelligence. So what about intelligent robotic devices? Well, they are autonomous machines that can manipulate physical objects because they have arms, maybe. They can sense events in the world, maybe eyes, and they are flexible. So just a summary comment here that, we wouldn't consider elevators maybe quite as intelligent as something that would qualify as an intelligent robot device. Let me tell you now why we need groups of size 3. And this relates to the main features of a robot. So as I said, robots need a way to sense the world. And so one of you is going to be the eyes. Robots need a way of interacting with the world, effecting the world. So a second of you is going to be the arm of the robot. Quiet. And the third person is also important. The third person, different from the first two, is going to be the part that is the control system that does the thinking. Okay, now what's going to happen here is that we're going to give each of you, each team of 3, a task. In fact, what that task will be stipulated in one of the envelopes, and we'll go through them. And in particular, what the task will be is to arrange the world, these blocks, in some pattern. So now I have to tell you, so therefore each team, consisting of brain, hands, and eyes, are going to be cooperating to create a situation in the world, if you like, in which some pattern is satisfied with the blocks that you have in the package of blocks. So this time you can open your blocks. All I'm showing you on the slide is an example of an arrangement of blocks. Okay, that would be an example of a task. Here are the rules. So again, the rules. The person serving the role of brain sees a picture of the object to be built. The hands and eyes do not see this picture. They do not know the object. The hand and eyes do not see the goal, but the brain gets to see. Only eyes can see the blocks. The brain must sit with their back to the blocks. All right? And the eyes can see the blocks. The brain sets again, as I say, with the back to the blocks. The hands have to wear something in the envelope. The arm has to wear a blindfold. The third rule here is that the eyes can answer questions from the brain only by responding yes, no, or unclear. Okay, so that's a rule for the eyes. The brain can ask the eyes any question the brain cares. Only hands are allowed to touch the blocks. Remember, hands wear the blindfold. Okay? And the brain decides when the task is completed. What I want you to do is when the brain is convinced the brain has solved the problem, the brain asks the arm to raise the hand. Okay, to signal that the brain has, so far as the brain can tell, solved the problem, arranged the blocks appropriately. One of our volunteers will race over and confirm it. Okay. We're going to have 3, quiet. We're going to have 3 practice tasks and a final competition task. Team members should take turns in the different roles, okay? So there's 3 practice tasks. Each person can have a turn at being the arm, the eyes, and the brain. Probably a good idea. After the first task, now you want to start strategizing. You want to talk among yourselves and your team to decide on various ideas for how to do things much more quickly. In the competition, the winning team is the fastest team to successfully build the project. So here's an example of one of the tasks that you're going to get. And what you'll find is that you have the necessary blocks to recreate this pattern. Okay, so this is how we're going to convey to the brain what the task is. It's going to be in one of the envelopes. So this is just a summary slide now of the rules. And at this point, I want to go through the first practice. And at this time, I need the arm to put the blindfold on. Select somebody to be the arm. And I need the brain to turn and face the other way with envelope number 1. Envelope number 1 from your task. So now I would like the brain to take out envelope number 1 and open it up to the first task. Okay, what I'd like everybody to do now is to switch roles. All right? Okay, switch roles. Now we'll do this much more carefully. And go on to envelope number 2. So the brain has to sit back. Who's the brain? So you have to face the other way. Face that way, so you don't see. Yeah, 2 now. You've now had 2 practices, and you should still have 2 envelopes left to go. Don't open them. We're going to have one final practice. And again, you want to kind of, figure who's doing well as brain and who's doing well as eyes and so on. And so for this third practice, again, you might consider switching things up, trying the final arrangement of who is the brain. And at this time, I'd like you to open envelope number 3. Number 3, and work on our final practice. have 2 number 3s. Thank you. All right, all that practicing, we're now ready for the final actual big competition. Now, you should not have opened envelope number 4 because that's the actual competition here. So, so what's going to happen now is that you want to make a final selection for this final goal of who will be the eyes, who will be the arm, who will be the brain. You want to, you know, pick the people for the role that perhaps did the best. And now what I need is all the volunteers. Volunteers, can you raise your hands? Volunteers, raise your hands. Now we have to watch very carefully. We have to detect the first 3 people, the first 3 groups, I should say, in which the brain tells the arm to stand up now and raise their arm. Okay, continue doing that until one of the volunteers confirms that you have indeed achieved the goal. We're looking for the 3 fastest performers here. Not yet, I'll give you the word to start. Select who will be the brain and who will be the eyes and who will be the arm for the final round now. So put on the oh dear. We have no clue who the first 3 people, because you're all so good. You did this so quick. So we need everybody that solved the problem. The arm that solved the problem, person who stood. If you could come down to the front, please. Holy Hannah. So can we have you all stand in a line facing that way? Everybody stand in a line facing that way.
A single line?
Yep. And we're going to randomly.
No, but a lot of them, they did it before and they raised the hand immediately.
So is everybody up here just the robot arm? Is everybody up here just the robot arm? Okay, I need you to help me. Or you. Come here. Come out front. No, it's right. I need you to flip a coin for me.
Flip a coin?
Okay, and then you gotta flip the coin and tell me if it's heads or tails.
Heads or tails?
What is it? Tails. Okay. This half, sorry, you can sit down. All right. Flip that coin. What is it? Okay, sorry. This half, you lose, you have to sit down. Okay, you have to spread out in a line here. Flip that coin. All right, sorry, this half over here, you lose. Okay, we really need a line here.
Heads again.
Okay, this half over here, you lost. Okay, what did you toss?
Heads.
So you need to spread out in a line. All right, from here over there, you stay, you guys. Okay, from here over, stay. You guys stay. You guys lost. Okay, over, you guys. Okay, now we need a line this way.
Yo, make a line this way.
What is it? Okay, so from here over, you guys have to sit down. The final coin toss here. Looks like we have these three winners here.
Wait, what?
There, and there.
Oh, us three?
Yes. No. So you, and you. Everybody in your team gets one of these. Whoops. Yes. And we need. There you go. Congratulations. So just a few last comments about this robotic activity. Well, I'd like you to think now about what you just did. What was involved in what you did? Well, you had to do some algorithmic thinking. You had to divide and conquer. You had to break the problem up into parts. You had to formulate unambiguous steps. You needed to talk. The brain had to talk to the arm and the eyes. And of course, there's a lot of orientation of stuff going on in your mind's eye here. So everything that you were doing would be what an intelligent robotic device would also have to be doing. And so I want to leave that there with you. Are there any final questions? This is something you might want to talk about on the way home. Any questions? No questions? So
You all solved that in a fraction of the time we were expecting. So, way to go. You can actually clap for yourself now. So that might be a fun challenge to do back at your schools. Maybe you can talk your teachers into doing that at school. So we've come to the end. Shh, almost done. Almost done. We've come to the end of CS4U Day. So I want to thank you for coming here and spending the time with us, and you can check out the stuff on YouTube as well. See if they're on there. All right, thank you everyone for coming. Have a great year.